looking for a sniper too. Or a partial cigarette butt, to those of you who don't know what that is. So Molly, with all of her bullshit earlier, and then of course, when she realized that she had accused the wrong person, well, she didn't apologize, but at least she tried pretending to be nice, I guess. Sort of. And it didn't last very long. Anyway, Tom wanted to escape for his own sanity. Now he's trying to help her to get to Portland for all of our sanity. So he helped her pack up her camp. So her camp is packed up. And he's trying to take her to a camp a little bit further away so that she is not going to be acting like a fucking petulant 5-year-old rich kid who didn't get what the fuck she wanted right this moment. But she's gotten a lot of free stuff because she's an older lady and people feel bad for women. Especially older women who can't take care of themselves and the young pretty ones. It ain't easy. For her though, I mean, it's a matter of basically victimizing whoever will put up with her shit for the longest. You need to do this and you need to do that. She's sending him back into Fred Meyer's to sell all of his stuff that he had bought for her because he was going to run away. That's how bad she is. So, anyway, I was walking looking for a snipe, and I should probably explain about my phone dying too. Apparently it's got 55% charge, but it only registered having 2% charge and shut off. It was stupid. But we'll get into that later, I guess, or it's really not as important a detail, but it is actually for somebody else's story. Okay, so we'll continue with me yakking about the situation with Miss Molly. He's gonna try to get her to Portland, and his cousin is apparently hopefully gonna help with that. That was the lady who was here earlier that I don't know. I do know that he helped her pack up her entire camp, and he's helping her to take her entire camp somewhere else. I know that she was pretending to be nice there for just a minute, and then I went through the parking lot looking for some cigarette butts. Not the one here, or the one at Fred Meyer. It was the one over by, what is it, Starbucks or Taco Bell or something. And of course, I'm looking at the ground. I find a couple of zip ties. The first, 2 or 3 of them I walk right past, but for the second 2, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, these things are useful as shit. I'm getting them. And then, of course, I'm looking through the parking lot, and I see the lady with the leaf blower at the end of the parking lot, and I figure, well, it might be the lady with the leaf blower who dropped those. So I'll make sure she's got them. And of course, I was looking for a tobacco while I was doing it. Well, it wasn't the lady with the leaf blower who was there earlier today. It was Molly, who, in her mind, just a few minutes earlier, everything was fine and copacetic with me. And of course, she found her stuff that she wanted to accuse me of stealing. First, she was telling me that she wasn't accusing me, and then later she was. And with him saying that he found it behind the Goodwill here, This is the Goodwill. Yeah, this is where he said he was gonna just try to alleviate the issue. He was just gonna claim that he found that scarf behind the Goodwill. Well, that denotes that somebody had gone into camp like she suspected and stole that scarf, so she's still on the I'm a thief kick, apparently. The reason I know this is because she asked me what I was doing. I said I was looking for a snipe. She asked what a snipe is. I told her what it is. And then, of course, because the zip ties were pretty long and they were sticking out of my back pocket, she asked me what those were. I said they're called zip ties. She said, I know what they are. Where did you find them? I said they're on the road in this very parking lot right back there. She said, well, those are mine. You took them. No, fucking Christ. Or she said, at first she said, those are mine. I said, well, you can have them. Here you go. I pulled them out and I gave them to her. And after I gave them to her, she wanted to ask me where I found them again. And I told her right here in this parking lot. She asked me like 3 different fucking times. I'm like, right fucking there. Pointing at it the whole time. Right there. So I had a whole pack of these. Well, that ain't my fault. I said, you can go pick up at least 3 or 4 more over there. They're right there. You can go pick them up. So she goes and picks them up, I guess. But in between there, I was like, I didn't steal them. All right? I didn't fucking steal them. She says, I wouldn't accuse me of stealing them. And then, of course, she started getting real mouthy at that point, and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do to this lady? And that's when she said, you fucking took these from me, didn't you? I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck is wrong with this lady? Now Thomas, he's at this point trying to rescue me from that bullshit. He's trying to help her get her camp as far away from me as possible, thank goodness. Right, so then, of course, I'm going back to my car, and I can hear them. She's being pretty loud, as she always is. And she's, of course, bitching about me. Oh, my God, he knows where I'm at. He knows where I'm at. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck where you're at. I walked not only to the other side of, not only that parking lot, but all the way across the Fred Meyer parking lot. And just now, all the way across the Goodwill parking lot. She can have her fucking space. Jesus fucking Christ. Now with Tom telling me that with her being like that, yeah, I probably do have to worry about my vehicle. Yeah, I'm worried about my vehicle. But also, this is one of those situations where you think, oh, well, a little white lie, no big deal. He's like, that little white lie, I'll just say that I found it behind Goodwill. Because that way, whoever it is that stole it, it wouldn't be you, it would be someone. No, she's just going to assume the same goddamn thing. The reality of the fucking situation is that one of the things that she was accusing me of stealing, well, she misplaced it at night. Not my fault. The other thing that she wanted to accuse me of stealing, he had, because it's his, not my fault. Why would he go claiming that he found all that stuff behind Goodwill, especially when she saw it next to my vehicle? He's also telling her, oh, and, stay away from his vehicle while his stuff is right next to it. So I'm like, Jesus, now she's definitely going to have the impression that I was trying to steal his stuff. Like, that's just incredibly dumb. Why fucking lie? It gives people the wrong goddamn impression. So yeah, he slept in a chair with his stuff last night, right next to my vehicle. All day today, his stuff was there right next to my vehicle. You can see his stuff under a tarp right next to my vehicle from the camp. Yeah, no, dude, she already knows your stuff is by my vehicle. She realized definitely earlier when she came up to talk to me and be all apologetic. She was definitely aware that that was his shit that was over there, because she definitely walked around my car and took a good fucking hard look. Yeah, dude. I told you, it's not a good idea to be dishonest. You know, I don't like being lied to. I don't imagine she liked being lied to either. And yeah, it's a little white lie that he told because he just wanted to avoid trouble. But then there's the situation of who stole her hat? Her forgetful memory. She didn't remember where the fuck she put it. Who stole her scarf? Nobody, it was his scarf, and he took it. And his idea of telling her it was somebody left it behind the Goodwill after she saw it next to my vehicle, like, yeah, that's probably not going to go over too well. He's like, well, I just don't want her to know that my stuff's next to your vehicle, so I told her to stay away from it. And what's the first thing she did? Well, she came to be apologetic and to investigate. So, of course, when I saw her in the parking lot and I gave her those zip ties and told her where the rest of them were, and I found 2 snipes since then. Here's one of them. So I got what I wanted. And it looks like this is a 11-minute long video so far. You know what that means? It means that they have had 11 minutes without me. 11 minutes where whatever happens, I wasn't fucking there. So they can blame each other because I'm not fucking there. This is just another one of those situations where all these people who pretended like they were going to help me or claimed that they were gonna, when it comes down to a situation like this, you know, I'm not comfortable misleading people or lying to people. If there's a safety issue, then yeah. There are things that I'm willing to do out of necessity to save your life. Matter of fact, I have a whole arsenal of things that I'm willing to do to save your life. Things that I know 100% beyond any shadow of a doubt that I am willing to do because I have done them before. I have faced the consequences, and I'm willing to face those very same consequences again. Especially for the preservation of human life, especially for at-risk adults, and especially for the homeless and for children. Children are always first. Always. Anyway, I was hoping they'd have all their stuff concluded and moved. I don't know what the fuck she's bitching about. I got Tom's number, he's got mine. God, what a frustrating fucking situation. Oh, no, they're still over there. I guess they put everything back in there and are putting up the tarp. But without their stuff over by mine, I can leave. Those of you who pray, oh fuck that heart. Please pray for Tom. I'm gonna tell you, he's not on his own. If he needs help, I'm here. If he needs a rescue, I'm here. I don't want to deal with people who do horrible shit like what she did all morning and then want to play victim afterwards in order to justify it. Homie, don't play that. I guess you know how we end these videos. Good to be radio. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper. and no victim left behind.